I am Mika Lloyd C. Escosio.
I am Trixie C. Alcantara.
I am Joanne S. Bulaton.
I am Clarissa May Kikayabia.
I am Blazin D. Mislaw.
I am Santa Lourdes A. Perez.
I am Diana Rose T. Ramos.
I am Camila O. Soriano.
With every step we take on this journey,
It leads the way
into the heart of education.
Classroom management is at the very heart of teaching. It affects your students' learning outcomes and can also have an impact on your own well-being. Classroom management is indeed the cornerstone of a safe and positive learning environment. A well-planned classroom management has a meaningful effect in achieving a productive study environment. It has the ability to create a safe and pleasant environment that supports both teaching and learning. Furthermore, classroom management is critical since it has a direct impact on your pupils' ability to learn as well as your ability to teach. It has an impact on a teacher's capacity to be effective and enjoy teaching. Most importantly, a well-managed classroom has a significant impact on a student's academic progress. As a result, practicing excellent classroom management transform your classroom into the ideal learning environment in which students can engage with their studies and work to the best of their abilities.
One of the most important aspects of the teaching learning process is classroom management. It is, however, the most essential component in every educational context. When pupils are safe in a learning environment, the teaching learning process may begin. As a pre-service teachers, we should be devoted to creating the classroom a safe and stimulating environment, engaging our students through the curriculum as well as getting to know them and communicating with one another. We must create a democratic and equitable learning environment so that children can study effectively.
A classroom management plan is a plan that the teachers design that sets the expectations for every student. The purpose of a classroom management plan is to make the students accountable for their own actions. Effective classroom management increases student success, enhances students' academic skills and competencies, and promotes social and emotional development. The teaching learning process may be implemented in various modalities. Teachers must bear in mind that alternatives and other options may be considered in designing the classroom or remote management plan. A good learning environment produces highly engaged students who learn more, do more, and work more. Teachers likewise becomes more creative and productive in their work.
Classroom setup is an important component in a learning environment because it is an essential piece of classroom management to support both teaching and learning. The physical atmosphere of the classroom can help prevent behavior issues as well as promote and improve learning. Furthermore, the structuring of the learning environment is essential for teachers and students. The physical arrangement of the classroom can affect both students and teacher behavior, and a well-structured classroom management plan of design has the ability to improve learning and behavior. In order to create an inviting, safe, and supportive learning environment, using classroom management is a way for you to arrange your desk matters. A supportive learning environment can mean the difference between having a good day and a bad day.
Your classroom arrangement is the physical foundation of where your students will learn. This means that every square foot of it needs to be used for activities that supporting learning. The spatial structure of the classroom, where students will be seated, how the students will move about the classroom, and the whole classroom atmosphere needs to be considered, as well as how the classroom will be structured to address the academic, social, and emotional needs of the students. The physical arrangement of the classroom should also be reflective of the student's body and must be consistent with the needs of all learners.
In addition to the way your classroom is physically arranged, the classroom environment as a whole needs to be considered. What you put on your walls, the classroom materials you will use, and where and how you will set up your activities. All attributes of a structured learning environment need to be considered when setting up your classroom.
According to a study at the University of Salford, a well-designed classroom can boost student performance by up to 16%. That means that your classroom design can have a significant impact on your students' performance. So it is essential to thoughtfully and clearly consider all facets of your classroom design. A well-thought-out physical arrangement of your classroom is also important for this reason.
Establishing effective classroom management takes time and differs from teacher to teacher based on their personality and preferred teaching style. But also impacted by the subjects in each group that is being taught. There are in fact many different types of classroom management, just as there are many different approaches to pedagogy. Due to how fluid classroom management is, there is no set how-to on securing complete control of your classroom. However, there are guidelines and key components that you should be aware of and adhere to, which we shall discuss in this video.
The following are the key components for effective classroom management. First component of classroom management is classroom design. This refers to seating arrangement, bulletin boards, display, storage area, equipment, supplies, and etc. Considering the positioning of the desk, displays, storage, and equipment is crucial to create a warm and welcoming room. Make sure you have removed all unnecessary and distracting items for your classroom. This is also a good time to check your room for safety hazards.
Second will be the classroom rules. These are a set of rules and guidelines that the teacher imposes that the class must follow. These rules are designed to assist the teacher in behavior management and ensure there is a positive environment for learning where all students feel comfortable and safe. Remember that it is critical to develop rules that foster respect, caring, and community in your classroom. Make your expectations for behavior clear at the beginning of the year by reviewing these rules with students. Continue to reinforce your rules throughout the course and post them in a visible location. Consider having students as a sign of contract that shows they have read the rules with their parents and understand how to behave properly.
As future teachers, we want to keep students safe and educate them what is and is not suitable behavior in the classroom. Establishing classroom rules teaches them how to behave properly and safely in the classroom, which improves their overall learning. A good example of a classroom rule is to treat others with respect at all times. Respect entails treating everyone and everything with consideration. The golden rule is to treat others the way you would like to be treated. You can show respect for your classmates, parents, and teachers in numerous ways. How you speak to them, how you behave towards them, and how you care for your own belongings and the personal property of others. You should also know how to respect oneself.
By modeling and encouraging a safe environment and purposeful rules, students feel motivated to do the right thing and help one another. It is important for teachers to put an emphasis on intrinsic motivation in the classroom to keep students interested and invested in their own learning goals.
Next component would be discipline. Classroom rules must have concrete consequences. Students will test the limitations of each teacher from the very first day of school. Be firm, fair, and consistent. Begin by warning a student and having them confirm their knowledge of the classroom rules. Follow up continued disruption by issuing demerits, detention, or other official reprimands. Never hit, harass, embarrass, or yell at students. This is counterproductive and unprofessional.
To assist in the design of rewards and consequence system, specify the desired behaviors and results that should be rewarded or reinforced, as well as the undesirable behaviors and outcomes that must be avoided or corrected. Furthermore, it is critical to choose reward and consequences, types, and levels that are suitable, meaningful, and fair for each behavior and outcome. Verbal praise such as good job, tokens, affection, privilege, activities, or grades are good examples of simple rewards. On the other hand, it is critical that students face consequences when they violate the classroom rules. Some consequences that are applicable are submitting a student to the office, calling the parents, loss of points, and referrals. Indeed, rewards and consequences are powerful tools for molding students' behavior and motivation in the classroom. However, they need to be designed and implemented carefully to avoid undesirable consequences and encourage favorable outcomes.
Next is scheduling. This includes time allotment given for each period and activity in class. This will make the students stay on time and on task. Remember, keep your class in order by staying on time and on task. Do classwork during class time, leaving plenty of rooms for in-class assignments. Cramming work and instruction too close to other activities can lead to a destructive behavior and poor comprehension. There should be space before and after every from change, lunch, and recess for students to settle down. Having a regular daily schedules help you and your students prepare for upcoming tasks. Be firm but fair with due dates. Always leave room for extenuating circumstances. Never leave room for procrastination.
The next component is organization. This refers to the systematic arrangement of the files and records and keeping them organized always and ready for use. Always keep in mind to stay organized inside and out. Keep your students' files, assignment, lesson plan, and administrative paperwork in order. It sets a good example for your students and keep you from wasting instructional time looking for materials. Share the system with your students. Post the classroom calendar, homework, schedule, and assignment on the board. Allow students to see how you take notes. It helps them distinguish irrelevant information from essential details. Encourage self-directed learning by providing students with their own agenda. You may require students to have their notebooks checked at home or during class. Instructional techniques comes next. These are ways by which you implement your learning content. Tailoring your techniques to the subject, grade levels, and nature of the learner is really important. Although you may not have flexibility over the content of your curriculum, teachers are able to convey information as they see fit. Tailoring your instructional technique to the grade level, subject area, and students is very crucial. A hands-on demonstration of electricity will keep 8th graders engaged, but may prove chaotic in 3rd grade classrooms. Vary the style and intensity of your lessons. Follow-up lecture-style sessions with relaxed group activities. Consult your colleagues for ideas for new lessons. Learn about each of your students' learning style. Also, consider the following questions. What is their learning curve? How did they learn best? Do they work well in groups? These observations are crucial when fitting your teaching style to your students' needs.
Lastly, communication. Communication is the most important aspect of classroom management. It is essential to have clear and consistent line of communication with your administration, colleagues, students, and peers. Without it, you will lose the respect of peers, the attention of students, and cooperation of parents. Be responsive to the concern of others. Be flexible and willing to accommodate reasonable requests. Consistent open lines of communication to all the stakeholders of the school community will lead to better teacher-student-teacher relationship.
In order to implement these elements effectively, a classroom management plan must be designed. Each teacher has its own unique style of management to meet class needs, although the same elements are found consistently. In order for a classroom management plan to be successful, the students must have a complete understanding of each of the guidelines. At the same time, teachers must follow their plan to ensure that the learning environment is safe, friendly, secured, and non-threatening, whether in a classroom or in a remote learning.
specific characteristic of a good learning environment can be varied depending on the context, the learners themselves, and the content that is being taught. However, overall elements such as minimal distractions, a clear routine, a positive atmosphere, varied approaches, and formats of teaching are all elements that have been proven to improve performance and facilitate effective learning.
Classroom management is indeed important because it directly affects your students' ability to learn and your ability to teach. It impacts the teacher's ability to be effective and actually enjoy teaching. Most importantly, a well-managed classroom highly impacts students' academic success. Classroom management plan is the key to a positive learning environment. We believe that if students are in a safe environment, then learning can take place.